Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another live edition of Sakali's Corner Unfiltered Mafia Roundtable. Yes, folks, you could see lazy day today. Just as they would say, chillaxing all day, relaxing. Um, actually, yesterday, I guess I was watching a TV show. I'm eating all different. I have assorted nuts from pecans to almonds to walnuts to peanuts, and I guess I ate too many, and the acid, the aminos, and the nuts started aggravated um my gout. So yeah, my foot. I was hobbling. I'm like, I gotta be a dumb dummy. Usually it's tuna fish. I can't eat tuna anymore, or obviously nuts I have to cut back. So today I just basically relaxed all day. Just lazy day today, lazy day. So wanted to go to the gym, but what can you do? Nothing you can do about it. So glad to see everybody's coming on. I'd like to wish everybody a happy and merry Christmas Eve. Hope everybody's going to enjoy themselves tonight. I myself, I'm just going to kick back, uh, and watch TV, go to sleep, and that's it. So nothing for me. Just bottled water, drink a lot of water. Hopefully, flush my system out so I can be productive for tomorrow. I have a few friends of mine invited me places. I'm like, guys, I'm tucking in tonight. Sorry. And it's funny, folks. Last year at this time, I was actually calling 911. I had the bleeding ulcer, and that put me down. Sick, almost 7 days. I was in the hospital with that. So seems like Christmas Eve these last 2 years haven't been too good. But you know what, folks? Don't forget, always go to egvodka.com, order it today. 100% organic, gluten free. We have 3 flavors. Excellent. And as German, thank you for the contribution. Merry Christmas. And as German says, and I'll quote German right now, hope everyone hold up your glasses high and celebrate with a delicious glass of EG vodka. Thank you, German. So go to egvodka.com, order it today, um, and you'll really enjoy it. So, folks, we'll get on to the show today. It'll be pretty good as far as we'll just hit points and that's it. So, Ralphie Balsamo, aka the Undertaker. That's a scary word too, right? The Undertaker. So right away, people will correlate the Undertaker. Oh shit, this guy probably put a lot of bodies in. Well, I grew up in the Bronx. I know Ralphie very well, know his caliber, and it's no big deal. Um, as far as I know, what we heard, never did a piece of work. However, however, and it was stated because it was questioned when Ralphie was put on the list. Now we know him in the Bronx not to be a tough guy. Obviously, he's on a second bid. He's a captain in the Genovese crime family. He elevated, but he was very, very well liked by Patty Falsetti. Very well liked. And Ralphie talks talks out of the side of his mouth. He's one of the guys who would dress up, showboat on the corners to represent. Um, and it was said like with actually Vinny and Patty talking about it. Vinny informed me that Dom, they're putting him in. He obviously knows or assisted with a couple of pieces of work, meaning killings. So, he has a funeral home. So who knows what body parts went into different caskets, under the caskets, or just helping disposing. But he knew of certain things that warranted him to get straightened out, to be part of the life in the secrecy of the life. So um, that's basically what we gathered there. He didn't come out and say he did any bodies, but he said he knows a few things, a couple of things that Vinny, it's part of the life. So with that, when you pass innuendos like that, it means bodies. Just like when Vinny went around to Patty Falsetti came back to me too. Yeah, we're going to put Dominic in. He already proved himself. And he said that too when he asked for me to be released from Ernie. See, Vinny Sharp. I went and did a piece of work with Vinny back in February. And this was February of 2000. And then Vinny asked Ernie afterwards to release me. Listen, he did something with us. So right away, he didn't come out and say, but by Vinny saying that, Ernie already knew. The whole neighborhood knew what I did. But like Ernie told me when he pulled me up, he said, listen, his exact words, if I don't want to release you, you're here. There's nothing anybody could do. Nobody could say anything. So I say no. He says, however, I do have a high respect for Vinny. I think you'll do very well with him. You two are similar personalities. And he joked around. The only thing is he can't take a punch. I know you can. So, meaning Vinny has, glass jaw, but Vinny has balls. So definitely go without a doubt. Win, lose, or draw. So he joked about that. And he said, I'm going to release you because I know you'll prosper with him. You'll elevate quickly. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. He's a good reputation, good guy. And then with that, he also said, and I'll tell you one thing, I don't care who it is. You ever have any problems, you come see me. Come see me and I will take care of it. I'll be there for you. So, and that's it. So that just shows the love the man had for me growing up. He knew what I was about. And I know I broke his heart when I cooperated, but at that point, I was just disgusted. So going back to the Undertaker, Ralphie, so it was alleged that through innuendos that Ralphie knows about some work. So, we're not stupid what happens, especially if you have a funeral parlor. Just as part of the life. But a story with Ralphie, I had to sit down with him. Now, I really didn't care for Ralphie. I didn't like, why more so? Because to me, he always tried to portray something he was not. And that was a tough guy. Talking out of the side of his mouth like he's going to do something. And maybe even the time when I told the story, I went to go back Anthony Donato. He went to speak to Artie Negro, who they put him on Front Street as the acting boss. But at that time, I think he was an acting captain for Scarp. And little short guy. And him and Anthony are going back and forth. So he looks at me, tells me to get out of there, to step away. So I'm not going anywhere. A few words back and forth. Then Ralphie was in the club. Like Ralphie stood up, which he's supposed to. But I looked at him, and at that time, neither one of us was straightened out. I mean, I was inches away from just cracking him, open hand smack. And I didn't want to because I felt it would be disrespectful to the made guys there. So, and then I would definitely be wrong because he was doing what he's supposed to do. So I refrained, and I just had him on the tip of my nose from that point. And then later on, I was straightened out when they finally straightened out Ralphie. It was a while. I mean, when he was in the bar with us one night, I'm with Anthony Donato, Ace is with me, a few other guys. I think Jimmy McManus was there as well. And Ralphie came over with talking, shooting the shit. And now we were never officially, we knew he was straightened out. He knew we were straightened out. But we were never officially introduced. So you're not supposed to say anything. Ralphie makes the innuendos. I'm glad we're brothers. And these are things, guys, you don't say. I never went to anybody to I'm glad we're brothers or this or that. I always tried to maintain. Not tried. I always did maintain. It's me. I could give two shits about it. It's only title. It's all bullshit anyway. Look at me. I ratted. So, what's the life about? But with Ralphie, it was different. So there was a few things I didn't care for him, and not saying he's to me, he just wasn't my cup of tea. Wasn't somebody I would hang out with, have drinks. I never went out with him. Like a Sal Larker, even Hippie. I I was friends with them as kids. We went out, we partied. So different caliber. Like, okay, even though I stated Hippie needs guys behind him, Hippie will get off the bar stool and fight. If he's cornered, he'll fight. Ralphie won't. And I seen it happen. It happened in altercation in the Bronx. So there's different calibers. If Ralphie was, I would say, more humble and not trying to portray. Ralphie's the type of guy like a Michael Washwoman. They need a button, needed the whole neighborhood to know, to feel that now I have respect. Now I could push my authority because all these civilians out here, nobody's going to bust a grape because they know who I am and they know they'll get killed if they put their hands on me. That's the type of guy. And I never acted like that. Those of you who know me out there know. There was times I told people, forget, let's go outside. We'll go outside right now. Forget it. I'm a civilian. Let's go. Oh, no, Dom, we're sorry. No, no, no. Let's go. Let's go. You beat me. You beat me. And that was it. But that's the way I conducted myself. So it's one time with Ralphie, after he straightened out, I had a project off the New England Thruway that it was a big rock. I bought it from a guy, Charlie and Andrew. They were both around Patty Falsetti. Now, I think it was Charlie that owned off the New England Thruway by, I would say, by Boston Post Road, that area. There used to be a big, big rock, and there would be, it looked like people would dump garbage there as well. There was projects behind the rock. Well, he owned that. And down the road, there was a motel on that side of the highway. Charlie owned that motel. And folks, who was ever in that motel, there might have been about 2-3 dozen rooms. You all videotaped. That motherfucker, Charlie, had every room with cameras. And how do I know that? Because Charlie told us. So we used to call him like to me, he was like one of those Pee Wee Herman slime guys. Big, big money, made a ton of money with the motel. And him and Andrew also had he was more towards the Boston Post Road area and going into not Mount Vernon, Pelham, where Omni Gym was. Andrew was around that area. He had a paving company, big paving company, made a lot of money. And so they owned the property. I bought it from them. And they also had 2 other parcels behind it. So the first close was on the big parcel and the parcel next to it, which I closed on. The parcel across the street, we had an agreement. Okay, you're not going to sell it. That's going to be mine. So he said, all right. They agreed to it. So we close on that. I'm chipping down the rock. All of a sudden, Mark Stagg, I told you I was close with him, came up to me and he wanted to buying out the lots from me. He bought out the whole project, which, I mean, if it cost me 18,000 a lot, I think there was 10, 11 a lots. I wound up flipping it out for 110. So I made a nice piece of change off of that. So with that, now all of a sudden, Andrew, I went to Andrew. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to close on the other lots. He said, oh, no, the city's taking it. They're claiming eminent domain because there's also a school back there. So the city wanted to claim eminent domain. And with that, they're buying it and for the price the lot's worth. I'm like, no, 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 no. I still want the property. Well, I can't sell it to you. No, you can sell it to me. I already had the engineer. Now, if you look at it, it's one piece of property. The engineer already told me, Dom, you could get 5 lots on that one piece of property. So I said, no, give it to me. I spoke to a few lawyers. They're like, no, Dom, as long as he didn't close on it, sign anything, he has to sell it to you. And then as long as he puts a stipulation, the city's going to take it. I said, all right. And I had them do the research with the law. And the city, if they're claiming eminent domain, they have to pay you fair market value. I'm in, score. I think the property might have been 60,000. I picked that up because everything was packaged in. I bought the piece of garbage from them, which I had to take down the rock, all that, but everything was packaged in. So wind up paying them for that. I bought that. Oh, let me back up. So they're saying no, 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 no. Now because the city offered them, I think maybe 150,000, 140,000, and that's what they want from me. I'm like, guys, no, we have the agreement. It was 60,000. So right away they run to Patty, and then I see Ralphie. Like Ralphie comes, Dom, I'm going to handle with Andrew, and so I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. So when I sit down with Ralphie, I'm like, Ralphie, they gave me their word. I bought this. I explained to everything. So he's shaking his head. He said, all right. I said, Ralphie, here's what I'll do between us. I'll throw you 20,000. I'm going to make money off this deal. I'll throw you 20,000 in your pocket, and then whatever, you do with them, do with them. Ralph said, all right, you got it. It's your property. As soon as I said the 20,000, he already agreed. He sold his guys out. So I go back to Vin. I said, deal's done. I'm just going to hit Ralphie off with 20. So he said, oh, good move, good move. So they were forced to sell me the property for the 60,000. That day after I closed, I give Ralphie 20 in cash. He's happy as a pig in shit. Thank you, my brother. Hugging me. I said, you're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you, Ralphie. You saved me a headache. So with that, now the city has to come to me for eminent domain. So as I'm waiting, I just tell the lawyers, reach out to them, tell them the property was just transferred, and show them, because we didn't pull a fast one on them, show them the date. So say if I had these plans done back in 2002, now it's 2003. They'll already see from 2002 with the date marks, the stamps, the submittals into the county, that once we acquired it, we're going to get the approval for 5 lots. He shows it to them. Lo and behold, now, guys, the deal you had's off the table. I have 5 lots. You want it, eminent domain. You have to pay me fair market value. By the way, right across the street, got 110,000 a lot. I had that property. So long and short of it all, I got what I wanted. They got what they wanted, the property, and we walked away with another home run. So, but that's what Ralphie did for me. So, and the only reason why I just have disdain for him, like I said, was the time when I had the altercation. He never got off the bar stool, even though I didn't need help. The young kid who he was with in the bar got off the bar stool. We didn't need help. I had a powerhouse. I mean, between myself, Big Jimmy McManus, Ace Anthony, Donato, Vinny Jr. I mean, the place was packed. And when the guy came up to me, I mean, I cracked him. He started stumbling, grabbed my shirt. I mean, we went to work. Jimmy's picking up the table, slamming the table on. I mean, we went to work on this guy big time. I didn't need his help, but everybody who's on this channel knows the way neighborhoods are, from Howard Beach, Pelham Bay, Brooklyn. When you're in a neighborhood establishment and there's a strange person in there, it's not going to be good if they get into an altercation, especially with somebody who the whole neighborhood knows is straightened out, or just anybody in the neighborhood. But even more so with a made guy, it's not going to be good for that person. They're not going to be walking out of there, or if they do, they're going to be walking out pretty banged up. So, and I just felt insulted, like Ralphie wants to talk, but he didn't even get off the goddamn bar stool. Then his excuse was, well, he didn't need me. There were so many people. The guy was already down. Everybody was on him, and this and that and this and that. So my thing to Vinny was, Vin, that's a lame excuse. He's supposed to be my brother. No matter what, he's supposed to be there. He's supposed to be there before all the civilians who jumped in. He said, you're right. You made a point. So, and now if he would have carried himself just as not a tough guy, humble, a little bit more humble, I would have respected him a lot more. But I guess to each his own. That's part of their life. And he's one of the guys that needs the button, needs the neighborhood to know, for him to feel good, to feel confident, for him to talk slick out of his mouth. And, he became a captain in the Genovese crime family. He's doing his time like a man, but it is what it is at the end of the day. So, with that, I'll answer some questions, and then I know everybody wants to go enjoy your fish dinners and enjoy the family, and I wish everybody the very best. German, as always, thank you for the contribution. Open AI channel, thank you for the contribution. Dom, do you think the list Vinny had in prison was a hit list or voodoo list? You were on the list. Thanks and happy holidays. I told the government. Now, there's people that say differently. I know Vinny. Nobody knew Vinny as well as I did. That was 1,000,000,000% a voodoo list. And I told the government that. It was a voodoo list. There is no way in hell Vinny's going to put and give it to a stranger. We had Judge Garifas, Greg Andres, Big Lou, James Taglione, myself, and Tommy Lee on that list. It was a voodoo list. Vinny definitely believed in Santeria, and it was definitely a Santeria list to put a curse on us. Hit list never happened. He's not that stupid to do something like that. And Vinny was a sharp guy. He just got caught up with Joe with the wires and Big Lou with the wire, and his mouth overran, his brain. That's the best way to put it. But Vinny was extremely cautious on the street. Would never send out a hit list. Never, never, never. There's other ways, and I remember with Sal Vitale, with Joe Messino. I remember with Greg Andres, with Joe Messino. There was always, everything was always coded. Nothing was written down. So that's the way it would have went out through one of Vinny's paralegals, one of Vinny's lawyers, without them even knowing what the hell they're doing. So that's just the way it is. So it wasn't a hit list. Philly Bob, Dom, I hope Santa is good to you. I don't like Christmas gifts, so as long as everybody's healthy in my family, I'm okay with that. So it's Christmas Eve. God bless everyone. See you in a few hours. Yep, Christmas Eve. Everyone have a great Christmas Eve. Joseph, same stories over and over. Then Joe, damn, God damn. All right, Joe, you know what? It's Christmas Eve. Wish you the best. Go join your family. So Cynthia, my dear, Merry Christmas to you as well, and Happy Holidays. Francisco, Happy Holidays. German, again, Merry Christmas, Dom, to you and your family. Hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Much love and respect, German. Same here, brother. Moshe boy, good evening, Dom and friends from North Carolina. Got North Carolina in the house. Happy holidays to you, Moshe boy, you and the family as well. Pete Rock, Merry Christmas, Big Dom. Keep doing it. Keep doing your thing, bro. Always, 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 always. And you have these haters, because I never told the story about Andrew and Charlie with the motel, and you just can't win sometimes. So, but let bygones be bygones. Brandy, Mr. Home, what's a homer? So, do I ride Joey's coattails? Listen, I have, again, folks, I have nothing against Joey. I really don't. I'm just going to speak my opinion about him. I think Joey, if I wasn't a cooperator, I would have definitely had a blast with him out there in the life. Definitely, definitely, definitely. He seems like a pisser going out where you kind of have laughs with him. But, everybody's different. So, I chose my path, and I know now nothing could ever be, and I'm okay with that too. But Joey, like I said, definitely a gangster, definitely capable. So I would never underestimate him in any way, shape, or form. There's just some things I don't care for that come out of his mouth, and I'm going to voice it. Some things I agree with him, I'll agree with it. No big deal. So no big deal. But I have no dislike or no disdain for him, even with stuff he tried doing with me. So I'm okay with it. So it's so great to see everyone in the Christmas spirit. Yes, Cynthia. Hopefully it'll continue that way. Billy Billups, Dom, hurry up. Do you know the time difference here in the UK? Yes, I do. I do. Thank you for coming on. My brother Mick is probably sleeping right now, drinking his Contro, falling asleep on his couch, watching his football up there. How's everyone Christmas Eve going? Everybody's good. It looks so far good, Moshi. Thank you for asking. Uh, Cynthia, shrimp fried calamari, flounder. Cynthia, I have to come to your house. I wish, oh my God, I wish I could have that right now. Brandy, I missed the live yesterday because I was traveling out of town. I heard the rerun. I'm going to miss some of these lives too, as I got to go do things. Well, thank you for coming on, Brandy. Wish you the best. Happy holidays to you and your family. And just everybody enjoy the family. That's what it's about. That's what it really is about. Brandy, I can't believe Dom dropped boss names. I thought they were supposed to be secret. Well, I really didn't drop bosses' names. Nothing secret in this day and age. So I just won't talk about certain things with people in higher positions that I just feel loyalty to. See Dub. Merry Christmas, Dom. Greetings from Germany from a Turkish guy. Greetings back to you. Wish you the best and enjoy it. Enjoy the holidays. We have Gambino. When you coming back to New York? I don't know. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon I'll be in the area. I have some business going on up there, so I'll be in and out. I don't really throw it in anybody's face, and that's just the way I handle it. So, shout out. We have Toronto, Canada. David, good to see you on. Thank you. Do you think Sonny Red would run the family good? Oh, definitely. Sonny, Big Trin, definitely, definitely. It would have been. I think better people would have been in position. Definitely better people. So more gangsters than businessmen. That's a better way to put it. When you're doing a podcast in New York, I don't think I am doing. Camilla, I hope the Genovese family finds you and gives you a nice. You know what? I hope they do come find me. So, and let it be where it's going to be. That's it. So, Merry Christmas. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Patricia, Merry Christmas to you. Hope all is well. Wishing you and your family the very best for this Christmas day. So, let me get some EG vodka. Kev, go on, buy it. It's there. It's online. You will not be disappointed. Someone posted a comment. This is from Brandy. Someone posted a comment that Franchise wants to make money with Molino by having a sit down. I think they should have to buy tickets to watch in person. The way Joey, yes, they would make a ton of money, but I think Joey would never do that. So that's my opinion with that. I don't think Joey will ever sit down with any of us. It's my opinion. So I could be wrong. One never knows. NYC House Radio. Hey, sir, Dom. Glad to finally catch a live. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well. Shout out to NYC House Radio. Ryan, Dom, what is Molino talking about? You robbed your grandmother. We'll go into that on another one. I'm going to bring it up. I just have to speak to the attorneys because I'm actually, I was in the will, my grandmother's, that she left me 50%. So everything will be debunked. Let me speak to the lawyers, see if I could talk about any of it. If not, then we just have to wait till after the probate's completed. Let's see. I know there was some more. Timothy, thank you for your contribution. Merry Christmas from Ireland. It's greatly appreciated. Puppet Master, thank you too for your contribution. I guess this is Mancuso. Was Mancuso a big earner? I just can't see him with a boss as a boss. Mancuso was not a big earner. was not a big earner. Did not earn. I mean, he was fighting for nickels on the street. And no, he's not boss material. Uh, Open AI channel. Thank you for the contribution. Did you read the book Vinny Gorgeous? Vinny Gorgeous Thoughts. No, I never read the book. I actually never read the book. So I have no thoughts on it. And Vinny didn't write the book, so it was written by somebody else. DBS35AB, thank you for the contribution. Appreciate it. Do you think the mob would have fared better if John Guy didn't become boss? No, I really don't. I think it just became more pronounced, the Mafia, with him as boss. He did make some mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But I think he helped glamorize it more, to make it more, brought out more to the life, more Hollywood, I would say, than anything to the life. So I think what destroyed it, basically what put the nails in the coffin, was Sammy the Bull. You had Al Diaco. And Joe Messino just really crippled his whole administration and Joe. So I think those were the factors. Puppet Master, thank you for the contribution. Greatly appreciated. What else? Let's see. Go through. I'll answer a few more. Everybody will get off. Ryan Brown, thank you for the contribution. Merry Christmas, Dom. I recently just heard wiretaps between Vinny Basciano, Joe Messino, Tony Urso, and James Big Lou Taglione. They sounded different than I thought they would. Oh, definitely. Everybody sounds different than you think. But it's just amazing. I don't know. So it's just sad because when I sat down with Tony Urso, Vinny Basciano, Joe Camarano Sr., and we discussed this James Taglione, we all said he has to be a rat, yet they still engaged in conversations with him. Joe Messino came out of left field. The only tape with Joe Messino was Vinny and Joe. It's the only one he wore a wire to. So that's really, that's it in a nutshell. Mafia cookbook. Very good, Mike. Maybe one day soon. Who knows? Vinny Gorgeous has 2 boyfriends rumored to be bisexual. I doubt that. I highly doubt it. So I don't know. I'm not in jail with him, but I highly doubt it. Merry Christmas, Dom. On a future episode, I like to hear about how you managed maid guys and associates. I'm in the beverage sales manager and interested in hearing how you dealt with guys. Absolutely, Sean. Absolutely. That'll be another topic. How I conducted my cruise, what I did, topic to. I'll definitely, good topic. Thank you for that suggestion. Alfonso, how you doing, brother? Hello, happy holidays to you, pal. So glad to see you're on. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy it. Somebody asked me, Dom, what are you doing? I said, I'm staying in. Dom, come on, come over here. Come over here with us. I have this, I have that. I said, nah, I'm all right. To me, it's just like another day. When my grandparents passed, it just took everything out of it, really. They were the backbone to the good part of the family, I would say my mother's side. The other side was always just crazy, always nutty, but, it's still my family. So, but what can you do? Ryan Brown, thank you for the contributions. Greatly appreciated. Getting a lot of Christmas gifts today. Thank you, folks. How did Taglione get the nickname Big Lou? How did Hippie get his nickname? You know what? Good question. Big Lou, I have no idea. I don't know, but I will look it up. I'll find out. And Hippie, I have no clue. Because Hippie was always, as a kid, he was thin, wiry, good-looking kid, always shaved. Really. So I don't know how he got his nickname Hippie. But I'll ask around with the people in the Bronx, see what comes back. Was that Coleman? Was that Coleman? Vinny says hello. Folks, talking about Coleman, and I told people I was coming from Tampa back to Orlando, so it diverted me off the highway, off of I-4. All of a sudden, I see Coleman USP. I'm like, holy shit. And there is somebody in one of the Coleman units I went to go visit. And I was like, look at this shit. Here I am. And it felt weird. I didn't get in because the approved list wasn't submitted. But yeah, I was that close to Vinny. Only if he would have known. Well, I could picture one of the officers going to his unit. Hey, Vinny, there was a Sicali looking at another Italian guy. Oh, he would have fucking went batshit crazy. We have DBS35AB. Thank you for the contribution. Would you be able to put together an interview of people in prison, such as Vinny Basciano and other people, like they interviewed people on 60 Minutes in the 90s? It would be legendary. You know what? I've been meaning to write Vinny, see how he's doing. Just probably won't respond. I wrote Ace. He didn't respond, but I figured that Vinny might be more confident with himself. So he might respond, trying to get on my good side if he does get a new case. Who knows? But I'm definitely it's a good idea, and I will try it. Dom, do you know John A. Light? Yes, I do know him. I do know A. Light. Joey Flakes, Camilla hanging in an informant chat. It's all right. She can do whatever she wants, Joe. So, Joe, wishing you and your family a healthy and happy holiday. Oh, somebody said because he always had a gun in his hip. That's why they called him hippie. Okay. I don't, yeah. I don't know. So I'm trying to think all the times. On a few occasions, I knew him to have a gun. Hippie was his graffiti name, and that's from BX Boogie. That I probably believe more so. There's always a gun in his hip. I don't know. I would say that was more later in life. Paul Dibbs, what was your best time about Christmas time when you were in the life? Merry Christmas. Just going out with the guys, being together, going for drinks, meeting everybody, going for dinners, hanging out in the city, the cold air, having Remy Martin cigars, and just that was the best. Christmas, right now, Christmas Eve, I'd probably be heading to Vinny's house. And then Christmas Day at Vinny's house. That's how close we were. We were inseparable. So, did you know about who whacked George Sasha? Yes, I did know. Knew the players. Michael Washwoman was supposed to be the shooter. He punked out like the little bitch we know he is. And that was it. And he got away with it. Not getting killed over that. Patty did like Michael. And so he made an excuse. So. Another person says hippie because he liked hip hop. No, I don't think it was that. Did he like to smoke when he was younger? Nah, hippie, nah. I'd say we party, do coke, but not. Maybe once in a while we'll pot. I don't say him drinking, yes. So. A like gushing over. This is from Ryan. A like gushing over John Jr. not throwing him under the bus on valuetainment. Well, you know what? He could be happy about that. Maybe it's a relief for him. Sometimes people ask me, why do I say good things about Vinny? Why do I stick up for Vinny and Ernie? Maybe because the love I have for them, just because I did what I did, doesn't mean I didn't care for them. I just chose a different path. Just like with Vinny. Vinny owed me over $1 million personally, yet he was more worried about giving money to his lawyer's son, who was facing an assault charge, than doing the right thing in my case, helping me out. But at the end of the day, for him and his family, it was self-preservation. All the money went to him, even our sports book. That year, I sent word out. Vinny's telling me he doesn't know what's coming in. And yet he was giving over close, I think, $750,000. Like, where's my half? Oh, I didn't know. I don't know what's going on. You know what's going on. Come on. Leaving me high and dry. So, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm in here because of you. And Michael, how dare you? Because I'm in here because of you as well. Not that I wouldn't have followed Vinny's orders, but you initiated it too. So, you want to take all my guys? Christmas time, you send me $3,500? Are you fucking kidding me? Wasn't happening, folks. Wasn't happening. I was just tired. So, Mark, hey Dom, I agree with you that our Christmas celebrations have not been the same since the Italian grandparents passed. Merry Christmas, Dom. Yeah, my grandparents would just, my grandmother, all day today, she would have been making pizzas. Probably starting from yesterday from scratch. Homemade pizzas, and then she makes the broccoli pizza, broccoli raw pizza, mushrooms and meats, and just all the calzones. I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. But what can you do? God's hour. Never heard of Barney putting in work. Work everyone talks about, a piece of work. Basically, he was a shooter. I never heard about him putting in work either, but I heard he was well liked back in the day. So, it just depends who you're with. We have Nicholas. Ralphie's a punk. Well, thank you. So, but you know what? He ain't rat, so you got to give him that. Joey Relay is the Lucchese Capo, I believe. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. And to me, by Joey not doing anything to Michael for taking his wife, I just find that repulsive, especially if you're in the life. How could you show face? Just like what the Albanians did with what's I think John Gambino, Pete whatever the hell his name. They smacked him, kicked him out of the social club. He was actually a made member in the Lucchese crime family, and nobody did anything. So, you know. Justin, did you know Big Lou Taglione? No, I did not know him. I don't think I've ever met him. Uh, Nick Calabrese stories. We'll come up on that. We'll definitely come up on that. I'll throw it into one of the segments. Dom, was Molino the shooter on Halloween night? I don't know if Molino was or wasn't the shooter. I wasn't there. But I could tell you this is clear fact. He's definitely somebody who you don't want to mess with. That was, he did what he had to do back in the day. He didn't become boss because of talk. That's for sure. So, I'm gonna answer a few more folks, and then it's time to go. Who killed Joe Ski? BX Boogie. I have no idea. Francisco, happy holiday to Mark. Kev, Philly has a bona fide crew. He's 62-year-old people. All right. So that was maybe somebody else. Well, folks, I'm going to start ending it. So, everybody have a wonderful Christmas day tomorrow. Have a safe Christmas Eve. Don't forget, go to egvodka.com. Order your vodka, 100% gluten free, organic. You'll love it. Great holiday gift. Wish everybody the very, very best. Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a safe day tomorrow. Enjoy the family. Relax. Enjoy the football games, the food, and just be grateful that everybody's alive and breathing. And for those that passed, just think about the good times you shared with your loved ones that aren't there to celebrate with you, and just keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and they'll always be with you. Much love and respect to everybody. Peace out. Again, wish everybody the best tonight and tomorrow.